This weekend we celebrate the 4th of July, but I gotta ask, are we actually allowing ourselves to be free? Or are we just watching the fireworks while still chained up on the inside?
Welcome to the Mechanic's Garage. Let's get to work.
Welcome to the Mechanic's Garage. I'm Chris the Mechanic Miller, and this is your Shop Talk session. Short, sharp, and real. This weekend, people are going to light fireworks. They're going to drink beer, post about freedom, and call it good. And yeah, it's good to celebrate that. I'm all for honoring the history, honoring the struggle, the sacrifice that gave us the right to speak, the right to move and build. But I've got a question that's going to make some of us uncomfortable. Are you actually free? I'm not talking about flags. I'm not talking about parades. I'm talking about you, inside. The kind of freedom you carry in your chest when no one's watching. When your head hits the pillow and it's just you and your thoughts. Because I see a lot of men out here claiming freedom, but still walking around emotionally incarcerated. Do you ever see a guy walk around like he's carrying an invisible weight? His shoulders are hunched and his eyes are scanning, not because someone's chasing him, but because something inside him never lets him rest. That's what I'm talking about here. We don't need bars on our windows to be prisoners. Most of us, we built the damn cage ourselves. Let me break down a few of the most common shackles that I have seen in men. The first one is guilt. The I should have done more, been more, fixed more loop. It's subtle, extremely heavy, and it'll choke out your ability to enjoy what's right in front of you. Next one is fear. Not just fear of failure. I'm talking about fear of success. Fear of being seen, of being responsible. Some of us are scared of our own potential because it means we can't hide anymore. The next one I got is approval addiction. That quiet desperation to be liked, to be validated, just not rejected. You don't post what you think. You post what's safe. You post what's popular. You don't lead your house. You float, hoping that you are able to keep the peace. We also deal with old programming. The stuff that our dads told us, our pastors at church, coach of the football team, hell, even that toxic ex, stuff that got wired into your system so early, you stopped questioning if it even makes sense. I think you guys get the point. But I'm going to ask it again. Are you actually free? Let me tell on myself here for just a second, because there's definitely been times in my life where I looked like I had it all together. I made it look like I was disciplined, like I had structure, like I was focused. Guess what? Faked it all. Because underneath all of that, it wasn't freedom, it was fear. Fear that if I slowed down, I'd have to feel things I wasn't ready to deal with. Fear that if I rested, I would fall behind. If I stopped performing, nobody would value me. And that's the thing, man. Not all cages look like chaos. Some look like control. But if your structure is built out of fear, it's still a prison. So what does real freedom look like? It's not YOLO. It's not doing whatever you want whenever you want. Quite honestly, that's a toddler version of freedom. Real freedom? It's built on truth and ownership. Truth about who you are, what you've been running from, and what it's costing you. Ownership of your choices, your story, your healing. You don't need a perfect past. You need a present where you're honest enough to admit that it's still owning you. You can't fix what you won't face, and you sure as hell can't lead anyone else while you're still playing prisoner to a wound you've never dealt with. We lie to ourselves. We say that we are free because we function, and that's where a lot of guys start to tap out. They go, I'm fine. I've got a job. I provide. I don't drink like my old man. I don't cheat. I just show up. And yeah, on paper, that sounds good. Sounds like you're functioning. But functioning doesn't equal freedom. Functioning means you can survive. Freedom means you're actually alive. It means you're connected, engaged, present, leading, not numb, not coasting, not hiding in work or distractions or even humor. So let's ask this directly. What lie are you still telling yourself just to keep moving? That you're okay? That this is the best it's going to get? That if you just keep your head down, eventually something will change? Guys, that's not freedom. That's resignation. That's only moving far enough forward that the pain will become slightly less. Freedom is also not handed out. It's fought for daily. Not the kind of fight where you swing at the world. I'm talking about the fight to show up to when it's easier to check out. The fight to feel when it's easier to numb. The fight to lead your family, your life, even yourself when no one claps for it. It's a war against your old self. The voice that says, just stay where it's safe. Don't stir things up. Don't hope too big. But here's the catch. Freedom isn't safe. It's bold, uncomfortable. It's earned. And above all, it's worth it. So here's your mission this week. Don't just celebrate freedom with sparklers and burgers. Declare your own independence. Independence from the voice in your head that still sounds like someone who hurt you. The part of you that waits for permission to be yourself. A pattern that says, this is just who I am, when deep down, you know you're not. Because here's where it gets real. We were made to be free, but we won't be unless you start choosing to be. Start small. Speak the truth. Say no when you usually fold. Rest when you normally run. Apologize authentically. Forgive yourself. Lead your pack. Ask when you don't know. Show up when you don't want to. Whatever chain you've been dragging behind you, this is a damn good week to cut it loose. See, we don't just talk about healing here. We actually do the work. And if this one hits home with you, send it to a guy who's still wearing chains he doesn't talk about. Start the conversation. Because this is how we heal. This is how we rebuild. And this is how we lead. I'll catch you guys next time.